A famous magic trick of this magician was that he would sit on a chair, cover himself with a white cloth, tap the ground twice with his foot, and the next moment the chair would start floating in the air. A young magician saw this trick and said, "I want to buy this trick. I will give you whatever you ask in return." But the old magician said, "This secret will only be passed to my grandson." Hearing this, Ben got angry and insisted, "Just show me the trick one more time." As soon as the old magician put the white cloth on, Ben suddenly attacked him, killing him on the spot, and Ben stole all his magical secrets. A few years later, Ben became the world's greatest magician, and people were crazy about his magic. But fate had other plans. One day, a boy came to him pretending to be a fan and shook hands with Ben. But Ben immediately sensed that the boy was up to some trick and said, "Give me back my ring." Because as soon as they shook hands, the boy had removed the ring. The boy smiled and said, "I am a magician too, and I want to show you a small trick." Ben said, "Show me." The boy gave him a paper and a pen and said, "Write some random numbers on it." Ben wrote the numbers while covering the paper with his hand. Then the boy took a knife out of his pocket. Ben asked, "Is this real?" The boy cut a banana to show him. After that, the boy made a small cut on his hand and spread it on a blank paper, and the same numbers appeared. Ben was shocked but quickly realized that this was not magic but a gadget trick. The pen had a chip that tracked the numbers written and was linked to the boy's phone. When Ben went to take the banana, the boy had written the numbers with a white crayon, and the knife was only a prop. The real knife was hidden in the boy's pocket. The boy said, "Sir, can I have your famous book?" Ben said, "Okay, I will bring it." But as soon as Ben left, the boy went straight to his safe and entered the same numbers, but the safe did not open. Ben laughed from behind and said, "Was this also your trick? This is not my real code." The boy looked him in the eye and said, "You only became famous by stealing others' tricks. Do you remember what you did to my grandfather?" Ben's face turned pale and said, "Are you the grandson of that magician?" The boy angrily said, "You killed him and I will reveal the truth to everyone." Saying this, the boy left. Now Ben became terrified. He turned off all the cameras and opened the safe to burn all the secrets, thinking he might survive. But the next day, the police came to investigate his house. They informed him that his wife had been murdered, and Ben was a suspect. The police asked for the CCTV footage, but Ben himself had turned off the cameras. The police said, "Open the safe and show us." When Ben entered the code, he turned pale because inside was the same knife that had been with the boy the day before. Ben remembered that when he shook hands with the boy had swapped the ring, which contained the tracker chip. And when Ben opened the safe, the code had been recorded. The same knife that Ben had taken from the boy's pocket had Ben's fingerprints and now also contained his wife's blood. The boy had executed his perfect plan and avenged his grandfather. If you liked this video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.